Hey everyone, today I'm going to review the newest lineup from CRBN. This is the new TrueFoam Gen 4 foam core from CRBN. Their first hybrid shape, and finally they broke away from the original three shapes that they've had, the 1, the 2, and the 3. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what's changed and let's talk about what's new in this new paddle lineup. So just to recap what they've done so far, the first version, the carbon ones, those were a polypropylene with a carbon face, and they were cold pressed. The second lineup, the X, those were the ones that were thermoformed. They had a lot of problems with delamination. They were a stiffer paddle, and those were the Gen 2 paddles. Then came the Gen 3 paddles, and the Gen 3 paddles were a mix of expanded polypropylene core and with a little bit of polypropylene in it in different spots, and they all had foam inserts on the handles. So now we're dealing with Gen 4. So these paddles retail for $279. You can get our discount code. With our discount code, you can get 10% off of that and save yourself a little bit of money. This is on the higher end of the paddle prices, but this is what the premium paddle prices are these days. So this one, what's different with it? Why do we care? And what are we looking for in this paddle? So first off, it is the hybrid shape, obviously. They have tapered the edges, very similar to the 6.0. It does have the aerodynamic head end here. It has a expanded handle. This is a 5.5 inch handle, and they've also narrowed the throat here a little bit, so you can get a really good TUI on this handle, and they all have the 4.125 inch handle. Secondly, what they did is they got rid of the foam inserts. All the paddles moving forward are now going to have polyurethane handle slats. So a little bit stiffer feel on this. It's not going to be so mushy in your hand. It's going to feel more like a stable paddle with the polyurethane handle inserts in the handle. The other thing that they've done with the handle is they made the inserts in here at 6 millimeters. So it makes it feel a little bit more substantial in your hands without losing the 4.125 inch circumference. So really solid feeling paddle, very sturdy, very solid made paddles. All of the CRBNs really like these paddles. The one knock on most paddles is the delamination or the adhesive coming off the face and it becoming separated from the core. With the foam paddles, they're guaranteeing that's not going to happen. So that is really something new for the paddle industry in general, that they're really giving longer warranties on these. I believe this is a 6-month warranty on this paddle, and they are definitely saying, hey, we're not going to have any core crushing, we're not going to have any delamination. So it's a good thing that they're bringing this to the table. But how does this stack up to the originals, and how does this stack up weight-wise and stats-wise to the originals? Now, I've been playing this for a couple weeks now. I've got a lot of games in it. I'll say that the CRBN line is not the highest spinning paddles, but they're still in the low 2000s. So they're still over 2,000 RPMs on the spin. This guy here has the lowest swing weight out of the lineup. So it has a 106 to 108 swing weight. The TF2 is around the same with that. It has a little bit higher swing weight of 112 to 114. So this is the lightest paddle in their lineup. And this does give you a lot faster hands at the net, a lot faster hands for responses, for counter punches, for counter shots from mid-court in the transition zone. So really fast in the hands. But the drawback on this is it's only 106 to 108 swing weight. The difference is, though, because of this wide body, because of the way this shape is, this has the second highest twist weight out of their lineup. It has a 6.58 twist weight. The 2 has a 6.78 twist weight. So it's almost with the 2 with the twist weight, so extremely stable in your hands. And I found that the power on this one is really more comparable to the 1 and the 3 than it is to the 2. It's got to be because of the high twist weight and the fast speed you can get out of your hands with a paddle of this size and this shape. So really good at maneuvering. What I found is the power on this still, I don't think CRBN is top of the line when it comes to power. I believe they're not in the power paddle range. This definitely is not a power paddle. This is an all-court paddle through and through. Maybe the 1 and the 3 might be on the edge of all-court to power paddles, but it is not in the power area. Now, even if you add weight to this, now what I do when I play these paddles that are a little bit low twist weight, I put weight here on the sides and sometimes up here on the top. This widens the sweet spot. It increased the twist weight and it increased the swing power, the plow through that you can get on the paddle, and it takes that swing weight up from 106 to 108. You can probably get it up to the 12 to 15, depending on how heavy you want to weight this. It only comes at 8 ounces to 8.1 ounces, so I usually play my paddles around 8.4, 8.5, and with adding that weight on here, this paddle feels really solid in the hands. Feels like you can hit any shot you want, you can control it, and that's the dwell time. That's the thing that we're getting out of this more, out of this paddle lineup in general. Really good dwell time. You can really feel the ball kind of pocket. It almost feels like it has a pocket on it, and that you can grab the ball and just throw it where you want. And so precision on these, I really thought that these paddles here, in general, the CRBN 2 is very controllable. This really lines up with that, but this is more maneuverable. And I don't know if it's necessarily because of the aerodynamics. They say it is because of the aero throat here and because of the aero top. Everybody has a hybrid paddle, but this is their first foray into the hybrid paddle shape. And a lot of people have been criticizing CRBN, like, why is it taking you so long to come out with a new shape? Well, they've spent a year and a half on this paddle, and they've gone through over 200 prototypes before they put this to market. So they did their market research, they did their due diligence, and that's when they came up with the hybrid. I really enjoyed playing with this. I enjoyed hitting every shot with it. Now, I will say, compared to like the Honolulu J2 NF paddles, the J2 KNF, compared to the J2s in my opinion have a little bit more spin than this. I would say that this is more comparison to the Gearbox Ultimate. The Gearbox Ultimate would be feeling like this. It's really plush when you hit it, but when you romp on it, when you put some power into it, the paddle has enough to put the ball away. So I never had a concern of winning a hands battle or getting the ball put away if I got one elevated. So I really appreciated this paddle. I really enjoyed playing with it. I keep grabbing it out of my bag when I get a chance to play it, and I really enjoy this paddle. So this paddle is a great paddle for anyone that's looking for an expanded sweet spot, more control and more power than just a traditional control paddle. So I would put this on the upper edge of the control paddle, but this is really good for somebody that needs a stable paddle in their hands, really needs to play all the court game, and really be an all-around player in every position on the court. This is a great paddle for you. This paddle is really ideal for all court players who wants a well-balanced, well-maneuverable paddle with enough power, but not too much that you can't control it. But if you don't like CRBN and the price is maybe a little bit too high for you, you can check out these other paddles right here.